Lil' B fuck 'em up, Lil' B fuck 'em up.
What's up, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Lobos. Not exactly what you guys were thinking. I know we had no conference championship game, and I was just going to sim through the bye week we had at the end of the season and the conference championship game because we don't have one, and get on to the playoff and start setting up stuff there. But I forgot that after the conference championship game is when the awards get handed out. So as you can see here, Ian did not win the Heisman. I know, we all wanted Ian to win it, but he did not have a conference championship game, and I think that kind of hurt it. I'm gonna be honest. Robbie Ashford from Auburn, they had a conference championship game, and I don't know if they won yet because I'm simming through, but he did win the Heisman Trophy, so congratulations to Robbie Ashford. You know, here at the Lobos, we are not haters, we are congratulators. But Ian did come in at second. If you look here, it wasn't even close as far as the total votes. Day-Day did come in third, which is nice. EJ Smith came in fourth, and Kyle McCord really didn't have a chance. As you can see, he only got 27 votes total. Ian Smith did win the Robert Maxwell, so shout out to you, Ian, for bringing that award in to the Lobos. He also won the Walter Camp Award. Let's go. So he is getting awards, just not the biggest one. Justin Martinez won the Chuck Bednarik Award. Shout out to you, my boy. And Justin is only a freshman, ain't he? Yeah, Justin is a freshman, I think. Freshman or sophomore, something like that. Can't remember right now. John Walker won the Nagurski. Shout out to you, John, walking the quarterback down on several occasions. Day-Day won the Walker, so shout out to you, Day-Day, for getting an award here in your freshman season. John Walker also got the Thorpe Award. Shout out to you, my boy. And that is pretty much all of the awards here at the end of season 4. But we still have games to play. As you can see, Auburn is 11-1. Actually, Auburn didn't even have a conference championship game. Let me correct that. They were not in the conference championship game. It was Georgia and Texas A&M, I think. But anyway, it is what it is. We need to set up the college football playoff here, make sure everything is right. So we will do that. All right. So currently right now, this is what the playoff looks like. We got number 1 Auburn going up against number 4 Texas A&M. Texas A&M did win their conference championship game in the SEC. Auburn did not play in the conference championship game. So we have those two teams coming up against each other, or going up against each other, I should say. And then we have the number 2 New Mexico Lobos going up against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. I've thought about it and thought about it. There were questions about whether Rice should get in, but I don't feel like Rice has the strength of schedule to get in over Texas A&M, even though Texas A&M has 2 losses. Rice didn't play enough good opponents. That's how I feel. I just feel like they did not play enough good opponents, and strength of schedule matters. All right, this is the current matchups as far as the college football playoff. I feel like I need to give some more detail as far as to why things are lining up the way they are. Auburn went 11-1. Did not have a conference championship game, but they did go 11-1 in a year where there's a lot of one-loss teams. No undefeated teams here in the top 25. At least I don't think there's any undefeated teams in the top 25. No. So yeah, everybody has an L. For your New Mexico Lobos, we did have the 1 L. It was not a bad loss against USC, but it was a loss. So number 2 is okay. Notre Dame went 10-1. They did not play the full 12 game season, but if we go in and look at them, they do have a win over number 18 Miami. They have a win over number 25 Stanford. They have a win over number 24 Troy, even though it went to overtime. They're a top 25 matchup. And they have a key victory over number 7 USC at the end of the year, I might add. So that's got to count for something. And then we have Texas A&M, the only 2-loss team in the college football playoff. Let's take a look at these 2 losses. The first loss came against number 19 Bama, which they were ranked higher than 19 at that point, but it was an overtime game. They only lost by 3. Then they get a win over number 1 Auburn, who is currently number 1 right now, 45-21, blowout fashion. They lose to number 7 USC by a touchdown, and then they beat number 10 Georgia in the conference championship game. So I feel like 2 close losses against teams that are in the top 25 or were ranked higher than what they rank now at the time of the L. I feel like they deserve to be in, even with the 2 losses. Rice, they played 2 teams inside the top 25. They did get a win over number 6 Tulane, but at the end of the year, they did take an L to ECU, 31-20. And when your strength of schedule is not that good, you can't lose games. It is what it is. You have to pretty much win out. That way there's no discussion about your strength of schedule. I mean, there's still gonna be discussion about it, but you can't say that you won every last single game on your schedule. Okay, so we look at Tulane, and Tulane lost a head-to-head matchup against Rice. And I feel like when you lose a head-to-head matchup with a team that has the same record as you deserve to be behind them. So, of course, they behind them by 1 spot. And then we have USC, who does have the key win against us. They do have a win over Utah, but their losses are bad. You got beat by 14 by USF, and then you lose to Notre Dame at the end of the season, 29-17. So in both L's, you lost by double digits. If you had 1 L by double digits, like we did, we might be talking about a whole different type of scenario. But 2 losses by double digits, it kind of cancels you out. Sorry, USC. So pretty much the top 7 teams, I feel like all had, somewhat of a discussion about whether or not they should get in. But when you factor in the teams ahead of them, and can you put that team in front of the next team, I don't feel like you can. That's just me personally. So we end up with the playoff matchups of Auburn versus Texas A&M, a SEC matchup. So the 2 SEC teams can cancel each other out. That way there's no way this is a SEC matchup in the championship game. And then the Lobos get to face off against Notre Dame. And this might be the first time we've played Notre Dame in this series. I feel like we played them like season 1 or season 2 or something like that. I don't know. But it's not a matchup we get a whole lot here in the Lobos series. So it'll be exciting to say the least. And that's pretty much all I wanted to do here in this little short video, just to let you guys know what's going on, who won the awards, how I came to the conclusion of the playoff matchups. And yeah, this is how I did it. Hopefully you guys understand. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up for too much longer. I am your HC. This is the Lobos series, season 4. We are inside the playoff door. Let's win 1 more. Until next time, I'm out.